I need you to fix his suit.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be. When it fits a woman.
Very poor choice of words.
The Batman one?
The Batwoman, sir!
What?
Respect! Put some respect on it. Batwoman, guys. The CW Batwoman. Ruby Rose, most famous for the Elseworlds crossovers and John Wick 2. Being a mute, I think. Quite... Should I, guys?
And the Meg.
Okay, there you go. Should I tell you guys the rate? You know what? I'm gonna tell you the ratings later.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, I don't want to change your opinion.
But so far, I'm interested. I mean, because just the backdrop itself reminds me of Star City.
Okay.
But not Star City. Personally,
I don't know why. Like something, a lot of Red Dreaded Nation have been dying to get my take on this because I was out of the country, I think, when
this
dropped. But there's a lot of controversy around it, which I think is bizarre because from what I remember, everybody like Batwoman was one of the best parts of the Elseworlds crossover.
Yeah.
So I can imagine some other bullshit about it, but let's see. Like I'm excited. I thought it was great when Oliver was like, "We're going to Gotham." Like,
yeah,
I
thought it was great mainly because it meant another city that we get to see.
Yeah.
Since we've been in everywhere else.
So with Arrow wrapping up next season,
oh, it feels like Game of Thrones is too soon.
It's enough for me. Part of the journey is the end.
Oh, ouch.
Game. All right, let's go.
Oh, this is a full trailer.
Crows represent order.
Crows, okay.
Security. Safety.
Batman gave up on us. The Bat's not coming back.
Okay.
Something's up. Eyes everywhere.
That mask is like a kitsune.
Hello, said Alice. Shall we believe the crows will protect us?
I hope that's not Harley.
The Crows is a police organization?
Sophie's missing. I thought you should know.
Oh, she got a ticket.
Whoa.
We're gonna find her.
Then let me help.
Oh, yeah.
Bad idea. Where'd you get this? What happened to staying out of it?
Is there something you'd like to report to your squad?
My girlfriend's hot?
I like black women.
Right in with that proper backup.
I do not want her getting in the way.
Here's a twist. That ends up being my mom.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Huh.
What do you want? I need you to send your father a message.
Wow.
I have left, Kate. And I don't want to lose you too.
I love the fact they're using that tower, though.
I love the fact that it actually looks like
Wayne Security.
Dark Knight.
You owe my boss a new door.
Your boss.
Wait, is that Lucius?
No, that's got to be Luke.
Lucius.
He's got to be his son, Luke.
Oh, okay.
You were seriously not supposed to know what's down there.
So I have this thing with rolls.
They're just making him look like Lucius with the glasses.
I got you.
I thought Lucius had a daughter. He had a son. His name is Luke Fox. He ends up being Batwing in the comic books. He's one of my favorite characters.
In the Telltale, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm going off of.
I need you to fix his suit.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be. When it fits a woman.
What?
So they shrank
What? Okay, whatever.
This looks like Dark Knight.
Yeah, the ending,
You're a female Bruce Wayne.
Awesome. Hilarious. Handsome.
Okay.
He's talking to your dad like that.
Hey, Daddy.
That stunt looked pretty good. Jumping off the thing. There's too many cuts, though. Let me see something.
They think I'm him. I'm not about to let a man take credit for a woman's work.
Oh my god. Ah!
Dare to defy.
So towards the end of the season, that's when she gets a
the full thing.
Hi, Zombie.
Did she have the wig in the crossover? I can't remember.
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so I can see some things that he's going to be irritated with.
Me?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you guess first.
No. Please.
Please, by all means. Tell me what I hated.
The idea of like a little bit of overkill of like a woman can do this better than a man, or the way they play with the sex a little bit too much, or
that was fucking stupid.
Yeah, I understand why they have it there, because they're appealing to a wide audience, and that's fine. I'm not saying it's great writing. It's not horrible writing, but it's not great. The costume design is a question I have for you. Did anyone notice that the costume before the wig and things looks a lot like Christian Bale's costume?
I mean,
especially here.
That's exactly what I thought it was.
Okay.
I thought it was in some way the way Arrow was kind of copying or giving tribute, homaging Nolan's world.
Right.
First couple seasons.
This is a perfect homage to it because
yeah,
the city looks the same.
Jawline, everything.
Jawline.
They used the oh man, Chicago people helped me out, but they used exactly the same the building in Chicago as the.
Okay, so it is the same.
That's exactly the same street that the 18-wheeler flipped over. And
You're right, because he uses the bat cycle and flips off the wall and goes back. I was like, that was pretty cool.
So there, and I mean, in the crossover, they went to Chicago. So,
right.
But before so this is my problem with. I don't like when things are kind of like forcibly like fed to you. Like I think,
this is Lady Batman.
Yeah, like you don't, and then like these fucking lines about like it'll be perfect when it fits for a woman or something like that. Like.
It feels like a forced line as opposed to, hey, just make something that fits me. As opposed to, why don't you, modify that so it fits a woman because I'm a woman kind of thing.
Right.
Instead of just make me a suit.
And this is the biggest problem I have with the CW all the time is like, particularly with the, they really treat their audiences
like
really stupid. Like she's a woman? No shit. like, oh my god, I didn't know she was a woman until you said this, and like, look, I didn't mind the fact that the whole drill sergeant thing, grilling them because maybe they're gay.
Right.
That's understandable because that happens.
No, it doesn't, but okay.
No?
No.
Not even
well, if they're
back in the day.
Well,
back in the day.
I don't know about back in the day, but like.
What about the don't ask, don't tell, right? And
yeah, that's the whole concept. You don't ask and you don't tell.
Okay.
Keep that shit to yourself.
Okay, so that doesn't even, so even that doesn't happen.
It seems like they're trying to allude to the fact that they were caught in the act kind of thing.
It's just Hollywood military bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go.
Which is true.
So even that doesn't, and I think that's the point. Is like, not to compare, but I'm gonna compare anyways. Like Spider-Man: Homecoming. We talked about this before with the way get the fuck out of here, these
bullies. Yeah.
But that's a realistic take on today's high school, from what I've been told. I don't know, I'm not in high school. But I feel like CW and I feel like Greg Berlanti, like his writing or whatever he's trying to do, he's trying to push the issue that doesn't need to be pushed that hard. Like, don't tell us to watch this show because it's good for the rights of some minority. Just show me the minority and we'll support it regardless. And I think the best example of this is, and I bring this up all the time with when Captain Marvel was coming out, people ask me about this. I'm like, the worst part about Captain Marvel was the fact that they kept on showcasing that she was the first female hero. And I understand there's points where that's good, but you don't like.
But it feels like being force-fed.
Right. Black Panther was a good example of like, look, it's a bunch of black people.
What's amazing about Black Panther too, and you just mentioned that the marketing. It's not like
they never said anything like that. Like,
it was just
watch all these black people.
It's the first black
It was in the
Marvel.
It was in the imagery when the fucking shot came down. He stepped out and he got the battle tribes. Yeah, just let it play out.
Let it explain itself. You don't see
letting it be more organic would be more realistic and give people a chance to not just absorb but digest and enjoy it, as opposed to This is what we're giving you. Open your mouth, take all of it.
Imagine if
And
Black
being
Panther
forced
had
to-
like trailers like that. The first black superhero.
And everything was rap movie. And they had fucking they had Will I Am like, hey, what's up? This is Will I Am. Check out the fucking trailer for Black Panther, y'all.
I will say that the first trailer or was a TV spot that basically just had a really, really heavy R&B beat to it in the background.
That was it.
It was both good and bad for me. It was good for me because I liked the
And I remember
basic,
people,
but I was like, because it's like, okay, just because the main character is black doesn't mean it has to follow these stereotypical beats.
And I remember
was
people
like
jumped on
the
that.
ropes. I was on the ropes about it. Let's see how the rest of this plays out. And they dialed it back some and made it more organic. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. We can get into this and enjoy it.
Right.
This one, I didn't have a problem with it, but it does feel like Christian Bale's younger sister decided to step into his costume on TV. And I'm not dissing the production, the staff, and the writing or anything like that. It's the way the aesthetics of the costume look to me. I'd be perfectly okay with the costume looking completely different from Christian Bale's, but there's a couple shots in here where it looks like Christian Bale's costume. Now, if they modify it and change it later, okay, fine, no problem. But from what I've seen in the trailer, it's like, so he's not using his costume, so his sister is. No, yes, I know they're not related. I know the characters aren't related that way, so, calm down. I'm just saying, aesthetic-wise, that's how it looks.
Here's a good example about somebody following in a successor's path. We were just talking about
I can tell by what you're holding.
I'm just saying. Aang, the last Avatar, was the first, in our mind, the last Airbender. He was the last Avatar before Korra came in and became the new Avatar.
Which is 70 years later.
70 years later, because there wasn't an Avatar after. Whatever, you get the point. But Korra never came in, and to be fair, there were many different... the Avatar was never based on a sex to begin with. Right. But in the show, she never came in and said anything about, I'm a woman, so I gotta do this and that and that. She just showed up,
she just did
her shit, and people loved her for it. And I love that about her. I don't think it needs to be stated like that each time.
I don't mind them having lines or throwing lines, about being a strong woman or positive or anything like that. I'm for that. That's great. But it'd be the same thing as like, well, I'm a guy, so I can do this. I don't want to hear that because I feel like it's forced.
Right.
It's too much. Her saying it every now and again, I think, is good for younger generations to feel somewhat empowered that women are strong and women are intelligent. Women can do these things.
So and that's the thing. I was also going to mention that.
I actually like that they do that, but just don't do it too much on either side, male or female.
And to be quite honest, now that you say that, that writing almost reminds me of some of the cartoons that my daughter watches. Like, this CW is supposed to be like for what? Let's say 18, like 17 and up.
I think it's about 18, 25.
But they got the writing of like some shit that's G for my daughter. Like,
now, okay. Now to
just throwing that out there.
To play devil's advocate, we are all older black men talking about shit that is directed. It seems to be directed for women. And I think that's the other situation. This is the fine line there, kind of, their CW and the writers are kind of balancing it. Look, if they want, it's fine if they, because here's the thing, like, going back to the in-game shot where we call them A-Force now, they have a name, where all the women had that thing. I thought that was corny as hell, but
I thought
you know what's funny? I thought it was corny as hell, but Marta next to me,
she loved it.
She was fucking going ham, and it's like,
and that's why I knew it was important.
I liked it because out of 23 movies, whatever it is, you never got any sense of, hey, here's 2 to 3 women, period, teamed up together to solve anything, let alone 4, 5, 6 of them that are there to help basically save the universe.
I just
save a city.
Right. I just thought it was corny because it was forced. But I call out those scenes for anything all the time. It was a bunch of black people. I'd be just saying the same thing. I'd be like, what? Like that. Right. My point about this.
End of Black Panther. It's like there's that one random white guy that's sitting on that corner and one on this corner. The agent.
Okay, it's okay. Okay, wait.
Agent and Winter Soldier. The only two guys that were there.
That
That
wasn't
weren't
the
from
end of Black
Wakanda.
Panther. No, the end of Black Panther was they were in the playground, and he was like, "Hey, who are you?" And he
Oh,
smiles.
I don't mean that ending. I mean when the battle. Because you're talking about a battle that happens with A-Force, are you not?
Okay, I get it. Okay, my point is the representation. It's important because it may not be important for us, but maybe it is speaking to someone else, but to a different demographic. But the risk is you're eliminating the other demographic that may not watch this, and I think that has been already proven effective, as it's only 20% on YouTube right now.
What?
Yeah, like so. Only 80% disliked it. 20% liked it.
Whoa, but
Wow,
that's the
that's-
internet though. That's an echo chamber. That's not. That's
And I agree with that in some sense. But
that is crazy.
I
though.
think it's internet, but I also think it's people who still haven't adjusted to the idea of the main character or the lead being a female.
Yeah.
but I don't. But
Because look at all,
no.
look
I'm
at
going
all
to
the-
disagree with that
Look
one.
at all the other CW shows that are out there. How many of them, when this type of universe, are led by a female? Two.
Supergirl, yeah.
Two. Okay.
Right.
The superhero wise,
What's
you
the
have
two
what?
ones?
You have Supergirl and
Huh?
White,
Legends of
and
Tomorrow,
White
yeah.
Canary. That's it.
White Canary is a show.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow.
She's the lead.
She's the leader.
Ooh.
So only
And
those,
depending on who you ask,
only
the Flash.
only
She
those
bad as
two.
hell, man.
Now, if you go out of the superhero realm, you've got what? The 100. But even then, it's a mix. There aren't really
Right,
really aren't many shows that have a strong female lead, and then for it to be Batman or in the Batman universe,
But I'm
people
still
are
gonna
like,
disagree
well,
with
why,
that.
Why
Yeah.
why don't they make Batman instead of
No,
making
I don't think that's
Batwoman?
what the argument is.
No, some people do think like that.
Yeah, there are those folks that are like that. But I think they do have to be delicate with this execution. They have to, you
Right.
can have a strong female and make the movie still, not movie, I'm thinking of a movie, but make the show still be good. Just saw, god dang, one of the guys that did John Wick did Atomic Blonde, right? That
was, I mean, it looked like John Wick, but
dope.
Yeah,
It's a woman.
I liked it.
Dope ass fucking movie,
Yeah.
like, and it's not like she rolled around like, yeah, I'm a fucking lady, but no, she just.
No, she just did what she needed to do and got it done. It
That's
was
the
awesome.
role. That's the movie. That's it. Batwoman, just needs to do that off the strength of her,
Right.
of her acting,
Right.
the chops, the script, and everything.
Right.
Just draw us in with that same noir action, whatever the hell story that is the Dark Knight with boobs.
It's like, so, but going back to what something DC Sun was saying, but I didn't see Supergirl getting the same. I know people hate. There was a small minority that were hating Supergirl.
But in the first season,
Right.
she caught some heat, and
Yeah,
but it was
I
a
get-
different studio also.
Yeah, and I get it, but I still think that people still enjoyed I mean, it's gone season 4 now, but
Yeah.
I think this is, personally, without seeing the comments yet, I think it's because,
Casting.
no, I just think it's because, that's one version, but I think it's generally because of the fact that it looks so hard to be the female version of the Dark Knight,
Right.
and that dialogue, that trailer was not as put together as it could have been. So
Yeah, it
that's,
could also just be that they the trailer shot was terrible because it's also
I
really
agree.
difficult to see what's going on. All the action shots were so choppy. I think I just mentioned Atomic Blonde and John
Right.
Wick. We want to see people,
Right.
we want to see these scenes. But if you're hiding the inabilities of their team to actually execute these moves, then you're gonna do those.
Now,
jobs.
to be fair, Titans got fucking ripped to shreds.
But it's amazing.
Yeah, when that first trailer debuted, that was one of the worst trailers
Yeah.
I have ever seen in my life. But Titans itself is one of my favorite shows now.
Wow.
I remember the trailer dropping,
yeah.
and people were like, "The CG on that is horrible. The coloring this, who gave her that costume?" I mean, they
Why
were
did
literally
Robin say
destroying-
"fuck Batman"?
Yeah,
Like,
people were so mad
Yeah.
at that line.
Fuck Batman.
fuck Batman.
Yeah.
But it actually was really cool when it finally came through. So I don't. Again, it all depends, and I believe James Banford is looking over this show. Who he
Looks over all of them.
Yeah, he directed the Elseworlds where Batwoman showed up. So
Okay.
if he's behind that, then I have full faith that it'll be handled all right. I don't know if it's just a wait and see. Shit, man.
For me,
October
the
is still a long way.
show-wise, I want to see it just to see what they do with the characters. And so I can get clarification, are they making that a young Lucius Fox, or are they making him Luke Fox? Because if he's playing Luke Fox, then I'm really disappointed, because that's a character I wanted to play in CW if it came to a side character in the Batman universe. He's a cool character.
There are some other questions as well. Where the fuck is Bruce Wayne?
That's something
Yeah.
So this is going to be a tricky situation how they go about this, because if they do it like Birds of Prey, it's going to be almost the same deal. Like Batman just disappears and they just never really.
You mean
explain.
that super old CW show from like 15 years
Yeah.
ago that
Yeah.
never got finished the first season?
Yeah, but it's now being made into a movie.
I don't know.
The Emancipation of Harley Quinn. Yeah.
He's basically gone off, and
Copyright.
the city is being handled.
He's with
and,
the Snyder Cut.
Well, he is and he isn't, because he's being on Titans. He's been cast on Titans.
That is
Sir
true.
Jorah
That is true.
is
That's
Batman.
good ass casting.
Right?
I can see that.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn, we went far on this one. Goddamn,
yeah.
20 minutes. You know we had some shit to say. Anyways, in short, my opinion, I'm still looking forward to it, just based upon what I saw in Elseworlds. I don't know if the trailer is any indication of kind of propaganda or agenda of the show. It's probably not for me. Because I also feel like Black Lightning sometimes tiptoed on that a little bit, but wasn't as in your face about it, so it was okay. So if they can, but yeah. Whatever.
I'm looking forward to seeing the show just to see interaction with other characters and to see an actual story be fleshed out, to see, okay, how far in the future are we? Where are we going with this?
Yeah.
Looks alright.
Yeah.
I don't watch CW. I gave up on Flash season 3, so I'll come for the crossover episodes, but that's about it. It's alright.
And I gave up on The Flash as well, so
I'm actually in the midst of finishing it. I have 3 episodes left.
That just shows you where CW is now with everybody. I mean, there's a lot of other things out there and a lot more options. So you know,
There's a lot of great stuff in the land.
CW.
in the land of Westeros.
Y'all gotta step your game up like hardcore, because now with the Disney Plus coming out, and you guys got crazy copyright people on YouTube. Anyways, Bat out.